Welcome to Stocking the Pantry with Hal. It's a series of videos, articles, and my ramblings produced in cooperation with the Defiance-Ruston Senior Center. Our goal is to provide information and resources to help everyone to be better prepared and reduce food waste. So let's get started. When we're recording this, it's about the middle of November, and fresh produce out of the garden here in the Pacific Northwest is just a memory. But if we want to still make some things that remind us from summer and utilize the produce from our garden, with a little planning, we would be able to freeze and have on hand all the ingredients we need for everything from blackberry rhubarb lime jam to this corn relish. So what I wanted to show you today is these are some peppers that I grew that have been frozen, vacuum packed, but you can just use Ziploc storage bags, the freezer kind. Don't use the lunch sandwich kind. They don't have a good enough seal to really work well in the freezer. So peppers I grew, corn, which was taken off the cob and wrapped into individual 2-cup packets, vacuum packed, and then jalapenos. And so we have a site on our website. Well, that was a silly thing to say. We have a page on our website that has all of the resources of the different articles that we have used to teach about freezing and preserving all different kinds of produce. And so we're going to have that in the comments, and it'll also be a couple of other places for you to look at afterwards. And so the ingredients are basically the peppers chopped up. I put garlic and onions together here, all chopped up. And you'll notice things are chopped up fairly small. And the reason for that is, this is a relish that's a refrigerator version. And you can use it for things like hot dogs, hamburgers, putting it on top of different things. So you want smaller chunk. Spices, we've got cumin seed, we have black mustard seed, and we have celery seed. A small amount of brown sugar. I try to use raw when we're making recipes like this. And then water and cider vinegar. And I always add a little bit more vinegar than what it says, just to be on the safe side. Now you can get away with making some changes in a refrigerator type of pickle because it's kept 40 degrees, and you can't leave it out as a shelf stable, and it really will last in the refrigerator a couple of weeks if you don't leave it out in between times. And so let's go ahead and we'll just jump in and start making it. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to combine the vinegar and water, the sugar, a little bit of salt. Unfortunately today I had 2 of my nice little containers for display break on the way over here. And then we're going to bring that up to a boil. Now with the induction boil, it goes very quickly. But as that's heating up, I might mention you probably noticed that I'm wearing a bandage. If we were doing this for something being made for the public, I would be gloved up also. But let this be a warning to you. You can always slip with a knife. So you only need to heat this up until the sugar is dissolved. And these induction burners move very quickly. So it'll be there in just a moment. There we go. And then the next thing you want to do is add the onions. And I always like to add the garlic at the same time, although the recipe has you adding that just a little bit later. And you get the onions in there, and you want to simmer it for about 5 minutes. All right, well, after this had come up to a full simmer, we added the spices, and now we're going to add in the peppers and both the jalapeno and also the bell pepper. Then we bring it back up to simmer again. And once again, another 5 minutes. Now, you might think, boy, that doesn't look like very much. The recipe says it makes two pints. Well, this is a half recipe. That's one of the nice things about a refrigerator recipe is you can make it pretty much any size you want as long as you maintain the proportions of vinegar to the vegetables. And you can change the peppers out. We could have used really hot peppers. We could have used all of a nice sweet pepper. It really is very versatile. And so now we're giving it another 5-minute simmer. All right, and now that that's been simmering well, we add the corn. And this, we just bring it back to a simmer for just a minute or so. All right, and so this has simmered for 1 minute, and you can see what beautiful colors we have. Now, it was a white corn, so it's not quite as yellow as a different kind of corn would be, but it's very sweet. And so now, these jars have been pre-washed and sterilized, and we're just going to jar this up and get it ready to go into the refrigerator. Like I said, we're making a half batch, so it should make right around 2 half pints. And you'll notice that I have it sitting on a towel. You never want to put the hot glass jars directly onto metal, because that can cause breakage. And there we go, 2 half pints of a nice corn relish that goes really well with sandwiches, hot dogs, and hamburgers. So thank you for joining, and look for us to have more videos coming up soon. Thank you for sharing this time with us. If you'd like more information about the Center for Food Preservation Arts, including more recipes, check out our website at preservefoods.blogspot.com and follow us on Facebook so you get notifications of upcoming articles, videos, and events. And we hope to see you back here for our next virtual canning party.